Okay. I guess welcome to the second season. I was informed that when I said that this would be the 1 year anniversary, what I meant was this would be the 11-month anniversary. What are you even doing, Dave? This is still the start of the second season. Welcome to episode 34 of this show, I believe.
This is my anime pose.
Okay, yeah, it's really dumb. There's
This is my
literally no one.
Jericho pose. Yeah,
Okay.
you like it?
No.
No.
Nope. Not even
This
slightly.
is my rock face jutsu.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's so anime and cool. I like it.
You just need like the flying colors background and you're fine.
Thanks for the Twitch Prime Spooty McTootie.
Twitch Prime.
Prime. Twitch Prime.
There will be one more announcement after the intro skip. After, you know, when we properly get started. So let's go ahead and talk to someone who is definitely going to be in a fuck ton of trouble this episode, Drumurboy.
Hello. I
Whoa,
promised my
why?
firstborn to a fey hag. Time to
that's
weasel out of that
right.
one.
Hey, don't take my title just yet.
I forgot.
Time to weasel out of that one, huh? We'll see.
If you put a bag on it, I mean, it's really,
I'm
you
just
know.
formatting the notes. All right, I'm here. Hi, I'm Drumurboy. I'm a musician mostly, and ooh, I'm gonna have to be a lawyer this session to get out of this, I think.
Are you familiar with bird law?
Oh, man. But some news, finally. The Far Verona 2 song is out. It's called Bad Shapes. You can go pick it up for $1 on roleplay.bandcamp.com. It's cybery, it's symphonic, it's good. You should go get it. And I've just finished a new one today, actually. Handed it in for the secret thing. That's not so secret, but I don't know if I can tell people yet. So
Cool.
yeah,
Tell me.
All right.
that'll be out. Or news of that will probably be out next month. Yeah, so that's me. Warframe, Mindhunter Season 2, finished that, was good. And I'm really looking forward to playing Control whenever I have money to pay for that.
What
This
is
fun.
Control? I have no idea what it is, but everyone's
It's
like,
like it's SCP. It's SCP made by the Alan Wake devs.
we're
do
talking
you know
about
SCP?
secure, contain, protect, whatever.
Yeah, that
So
made into a fully narrative game made by the Alan Wake devs. So it's
never played Alan Wake, and I don't know anything about
It's
it.
the Max Payne guys. The people that made Max Payne.
All right. Well, here's what I remember about Max Payne is that throughout the Max Payne 2, there was a weird TV show called Destination Unknown Return to Sender or something like that.
it's very much.
And
they
at
really
some
like,
point, you break onto the set of that show and have a gunfight in the middle of it.
Remedy loves the X-Files and those kind of
Okay.
like.
All right. I'll
So
think
it's
about it.
it's very much that mixed with SCP. And it's the best Jedi game to come out, like Force Powers Star Wars game to come out in the last 10 years. So
Find that highly question. Oh shit! It might have been 10 years since Jedi Academy 2. All right.
When did the Starkiller game come out?
Okay, jeez.
oh, Force Unleashed.
No,
Yeah.
2002. Jedi Knight was in 2002.
Oh, yeah, dude. It came out on what? Xbox and
Direct to
GameCube?
drive. Jesus, I remember that.
Force
shit.
Unleashed 2 might have been in the last 10 years, but I'm not sure.
I know the first one was on 360. I don't remember what the second one came out. I know, obviously
I
it was
enjoyed the
probably
first Force Unleashed, but this game has like, it's got the Force powers. It's got like fucking, it's just gonna, it's a little bit Metroidvania, which apparently the new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is going to be. It's just rumored to be.
It's got collecting in it, which is good. It's got Sam Lake in it, which is even better.
And it's
We'll see.
it's X-Files as fuck. So if you like the X-Files at all, then
Thank you for telling me. I will investigate further now.
apparently that's the game you want to go for because Astral Chain, the like anime tied to a demon robot.
Don't you fucking tell me that game's gonna be bad.
Apparently, it's maybe not bad, but it's not Platinum's best.
No.
Like it doesn't have the character. And the review I read that it doesn't have the character of Bayonetta or DMC.
Yeah, where is it
DMC,
from
oh
Bayonetta?
my God.
I've heard
You mean
lots
Devil
of-
May Cry? Jesus Christ.
I mean, the main character had like character and progression. Apparently, this
Did
cop.
you play Devil May Cry 2?
I don't know if Ninja.
Devil May Cry 3, the whole game was a setup for a punchline of jackpot.
Devil May Cry
That's it,
2
the
is that
whole
that's the
game.
bad one? That's the bad one?
Two was fucking horrible. 2 was literally a no effort remake.
Mm.
2 was really bad. 3
I heard-
was excellent, but some of the shit in it was really fucking awful.
Is it Platinum that's making this? Because I don't know if they did like the mainline, like Devil May Cry games. They might have
Look,
done like.
When it comes to
DMC?
DMC, what I really care about is Run DMC. And I know that Spootnik knows what I'm talking about.
Damn right.
Flavor Flav, put that clock on you.
My Adidas.
Got anything else? Drummer?
Oh no, I thought we were moving on to Spoonie.
No, I
Spoonie,
mean we will now move on to Spootnik.
how's your stomach there?
It's much better. Yeah.
Good.
Don't eat salad from a rural gas station in South Carolina.
That doesn't.
Unless you want superpowers.
I mean,
Yeah.
did it come with a gallon of sweet tea for free?
Probably.
Is that
I
the
probably
only
would've done
reason that you chose it?
Yeah.
You can eat the salad. You just have to follow it up with moonshine to kill whatever was in the salad.
Right.
And it'll be fine.
I think I said this last time, but I'll say it again. You're either gonna get the smart worms from Futurama, or you're going to get the gut rot. The gut rot. One of
Yeah.
the two.
I did not win the good prize.
Next time, just get the 17-year-old hot dog and be done with it.
I have to tell you, Spootnik, Fire Emblem news.
Yeah.
I beat the game, hit New Game Plus, and I spent nothing on attempting to get relationship pluses with any of the other students,
hmm
right? Golden Deer, I recruited everybody but Ferdinand and Ash.
Yeah.
I just did the Lion and Eagle battle. And
Why is
the
it
other
so
house heads
easy?
are like, let's look forward to a good battle. And I was like, all your students are mine. All you have left are
Yeah.
the shitty dumbasses.
Why is it so easy to recruit people in New Game Plus? Like I
Because,
had
and this-
no
this-
issue.
The first thing you do is just buy the highest professor level possible.
Yeah,
And then you have a ton of free action points to take people to lunch.
that's true. I did take a lot of people to lunch.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
really like
By
now.
lunch, you mean to death. right?
Now my whole time. Well, not only is it taking people to lunch, right, but also you have free points to go spend on boosting up your
Leveling up.
secondary skills,
Yeah.
so you can get like
Yeah.
C ranked flying and recruit all the flying bitches to your
Yep.
to your crew. Fuck Ferdinand. I have a B rank relationship with this asshole. I got D plus heavy armor, and he still won't join my team.
Huh.
He's the
That's
first
weird.
person I tried to recruit. I was like, you know what? I really need Ferdinand.
Yeah, no, I've been playing through. I'm about to get to the Lion and Eagles battle or whatever.
Which house are you? Golden Deer?
Yeah, doing Golden Deer.
Deer?
I have not lost any student so far.
Well, that's good. I mean, I would hope that you use the Divine Pulse this time around.
I
Turn back time
do
occasionally.
remember it. Yeah, I do remember it now. But yeah, no, I like it. It's still a really fun game. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to get to the later part, obviously, of the story where it really starts to hopefully get different and see it from the other side. But
Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't let you just like fast forward a lot of that crap.
yeah, I mean, I skipped
There's
through
some
a lot of
individual
shit.
story building that they do. Like, I'm 100% certain that, well, okay, I guess it'd be spoilers to mention it, but Claude's story is slowly building up as you get relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am looking forward to Astral Chain. I've only seen maybe one bad review on it. So that looks good. I'll probably end up picking that up on my way home from work on Friday.
Which game, sorry?
Astral Chain.
I hope
Yeah.
it's good. I really hope it's good, but the only stuff I've heard is like it's not quite up to the standard that Platinum usually does. But
Well, we'll see.
I don't have a Switch, so I'm gonna rely on you guys to tell me if it's good or not. So when I buy a Switch, I might get it.
Okay.
But I mean, it looks interesting. The co-op aspect of it sounds pretty cool, where how it kind of like rewards you for being in sync with one another and that kind of shit. So that's interesting.
We'll see. We'll see. Look, man, I just don't know that whatever it is you need to pilot a Jaeger, I don't know that I have it with you guys. So, whatever they called it, the brain synchronization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us here play that fucking weeb game you play, so that's probably why.
I'm aware.
I don't need that. I
Dave,
just need
here's
a
the
Might
thing.
Impulse
I don't feel like I need to justify Fate Grand Order to anybody else right now. It's literally the top-selling mobile game for the last 4 years and has made billions of dollars.
Okay,
You're over here talking about Pokemon Masters, and I'm like, it's not even out yet, dog. That's some bitch-ass shit. It's going to be old
I was
in
talking
10
to
days.
Brad. Look, I'm going to defend myself here because I have to.
You can! You can! I'm just saying, stop coming at Fate Grand Order all the time. Jesus, it's a real game that people play.
All right, so I talked to Brad Woto the other day, and he was talking to me about Fate, like the anime series.
Oh.
And he was like, this is some fucking shit, dude. Like, the amount of, like, he watched it in the order that the TV show that they was released, like, as anime.
Yeah.
Right? So he got, like, the old anime to the new one.
Yep. That was
And he said the amount of jumbling and bullshit that went through all of that. On top of that, they also re-released the first anime from the perspective of someone else. And the amount of bullshit rules that goes into that shit as well is just absolutely fucking insane. And I was sitting there just like, so they made a video game out of this, and all it is literally what? Sell the same character to you multiple times over? Is that basically what happens here?
No. Look, Dave, I don't feel like I need to explain this. All I want to do is have Nikolai Tesla flying clothesline hook take out Christopher Columbus. And you can do that. Okay?
Yeah, but they're anime girls, both of them.
No, they're still men. Don't worry about it. Half of the historical figures have to be women to some extent so that they can, pick up that crowd that likes to see gender bent characters. So yes, I'm not gonna. There are plenty of characters that are supposed to be male, historically male figures.
Have you seen the rack on Abraham Lincoln? It's amazing.
Damn, I would set those slaves free if you.
Okay, what's even better is it's not Abraham Lincoln. It's Paul Bunyan. That is a small girl. Tiny girl.
Jesus!
Giant ox, tiny girl.
I thought you were gonna say Tesla clotheslining Chris Walken for a second. I was like, oh my god, I'm in.
Tesla and Edison are constantly battling in the storyline whenever they
Of
go
course they are.
Yeah, they're always attempting to AC/DC.
Sweet. All right. Nice.
Nick, you got anything else going on?
Thank you.
All we've covered so far is Fire Emblem.
I just got an amazing looking dinner delivered to me.
I assume that it is not rural. I can't see that.
It's
potatoes
and chicken.
All right. Well, it's not a rural salad.
No, it is not.
And so you dig into the chicken, it's just filled with
pink.
Yeah. Well, no, it's filled with gas station salad.
Yes. Stuffed chicken.
His favorite salad. I mean.
So yeah, no, that's about it. Oh, that and I was finally able to get a Russian oligarch to co-sign a loan for me. So I've got that going for me.
Wow. Stepping up.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's president right here.
Welcome to presidential loan.
Wow. All right. Well, cross that line now. Speaking of Rubicons, let's talk to Henley.
Yo, what up? How's it going? So, I've been a busy boy the last couple of days. Let me tell you. What. So my biggest problem in life right now is that too many people who have too much money want to give me money. That's the biggest problem I have right now. I literally can't spend all the money that I need to spend.
Oh, you could spend it, sir. It's really not that difficult to spend money.
You published on the Switch. Just make some amiibos. That'll be it.
Yeah.
Oh
would
my
have-
god!
then it
If
would
you
have
made an
even more
amiibo, I
money.
would snatch
I
that
don't
shit
have
up.
it. I'd be like, I can't spend all this money. So
Get a
I
bobblehead Dave amiibo. I would get it, and then I would use the amiibo gazebo and Fire Emblem Fates with my bobblehead
Nice.
Dave.
that's a good idea. And it could just be me just like tearing up a Fate poster or something like that.
No, it's just you with a bobblehead. And like a nice, polo shirt. Maybe like some jean shorts or something. I don't know what you wear.
Yeah,
You assume he wears anything when he's on stream.
it's true. I'm naked from the nipples down. But what I'm saying here is I had too much money coming in that I had to make another business. So I'm in the process of setting up my third business right now. And it's like I spend way too much time working now. Like I come home from my day job and I'm like, well, I guess I'll work on this other business now. So that's my life. And Pokemon Masters just came out.
There it is.
Hell yeah! Finally, it dropped. But yeah, no, it's
what is Pokemon Masters? What is it?
It's a gacha game, but with Pokemon. So.
Oh god damn it! So like every other fucking game. Okay.
Money problem solved, Dave. Money
Yeah,
problem
there you
solved.
go.
I'm getting it.
There you go.
But it's just to clarify, it's investment money. It's not Dave's personal slush fund.
Yeah, I assume there was some responsibility attached to these piles of money.
Yes. So, it's kind of an interesting problem that I have. So I'll just fucking say it because otherwise it'll just be awkward for the rest of my life. But the new business is selling pornographic games, which is something I've always wanted to step into. So from now on,
I was with you
Would you-
until
would you
that
like-
qualifier at the end of that.
Would you like to have more money? Because you're about to have even more money because that shit is fucking profitable as hell right
Just
now.
want to remind you that Dave routinely mocks anime games, and now he's going to be making them.
Incidentally, the title of the first game.
from Arthur right now, so I can make the shit.
I mean, you can still hate it and then sell it to other people to play.
Incidentally, the title of the first game is going to be called "Naked from the Nipples Down." So
Little did the chat know they're testing that game right now.
I'm actually not allowed to say what the name of the first game will be.
well, you
But
just
I-
did.
But I will say it when it is cooked enough. I will say that much. So the thing is, though, I stepped into the here's the thing I want to talk about though. I stepped into the weird world of like adult game developers. It is a fascinatingly weird world. There's like secret communities all over the internet. Like there is a huge Discord that's just filled with developers who make pornographic games.
None of this sounds out of the ordinary to me.
Well, especially since so many places started cracking down on that stuff, they probably have to try and keep it on the down low.
It's like business developers helping other business developers. It just happens to be only for pornographic games.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense because there's so many minefields. Like there's, obviously doing that's already a pain in the ass, but there's so many minefields because for some reason, especially payment processors are so, for lack of a better phrase, anal about that stuff that you just, I see it. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past it, So
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense, everything you're saying.
There's a whole lot that I'm just like, God damn. And I think the primary business model that we'll have isn't selling the games, it's from what my research is telling me, fucking Patreon out of all the places.
That's where all the porn is right now.
So it's like it's this weird fucking world. It's like, oh my god.
I mean, I have a couple of artist friends who she's like, I would love to nothing more than to just do normal art, but fucking drawing dicks is what is keeping my lights on. So I kind of have to keep doing it because that's where the money is right now.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
that's
like, damn, I've been drawing dicks for free. What the hell?
that's the story that I've been getting from a lot of the people that I've been sort of collaborating with at this point. And it's kind of interesting because you put like a nice picture, like Aerosaito, this happened to him. He was like, I'm going to put nice pictures up on my Twitter. Doesn't really get a lot of traction. He's like, all right, I'm going to do this one girl from Overwatch. And if I get this many likes, I'll show naked pictures of her. And it was just like...
Rains. It just starts to rain.
Fucking absolutely insane.
There's money falling out of my ceiling. What happened? What sorcery is this?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's crazy. I mean, I get it. I completely get it. It's just you would kind of be if you're in that game, you know, that you're starting like that's just even if it only lasts for now, you know, that's still the amount of money you're going to make in the short term, right? It's just will help you out for a while. So
I've been there for every step of Aerosaito's career. Started like drawing fan art for my Mistborn game. And he started doing art commissions, art of characters from my shows. Then he's, you know, doing art in real life as a graphics designer. Now, I see him like, oh, I'll do, you know, what's her name from Overwatch. The more likes I get, the less clothes she has. And I'm like, you just fucked up so bad, Arrow. If you just stuck to drawing witches in extremely large hats and elves with big boobs, you could have avoided this, but now, my friend, you're down a dark hole from which you'll never escape. The gravity is too great.
The walls of the hole are lined with
Dave, just please don't.
Money.
No.
Slippery money.
I mean, I wouldn't really say it's just no.
Money. That's what that is. That's what you get when you drew.
No. I mean, I don't know. I don't get the whole weird thing that people still have around nudity and sex. It's like whatever. It's like humans, you know, eat, sleep, kill, and fuck each other. Like that's all they do. So it's like fucking whatever.
People, I watched that boy grow. That's what I need to say.
I mean, now you're gonna watch him become, you know, make a lot of money. So I don't know. That's where the money is.
Here's the thing: people love sharing that stuff.
Yeah.
The trick is making them pay for it, which is what I'm good at.
Oh, so, I'm very good at making people pay. Oh, wait, you mean a different kind of pay?
If you're ever good at something, never do it for free.
I remember when I was
buy
on.
The cow when you can get the milk for free, but what if I'm selling both the cow and the milk? What then? What's going on? You know,
I remember way back when.
DLC.
And if you're on YouTube, you can go on Arthur's YouTube and look up the On the Table's Top Pendragon episode that me and Arthur and Aerosaito did. The last thing I remember, I was talking about like lewd imagery and lewd art and stuff, and there was a joke about Aerosaito becoming the Patreon like hentai king.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the amount of money. It's not even if you compare just from what I've heard from my friend. She said the amount of money from when she was doing, she made a decent amount doing, you know, OCs and stuff for people, whatever else. But it just the comparison between the two, it's a completely changed her, you know, her life. She went from living in a shitty apartment. She was able to fucking go and, you know, do the house thing and like all, you know, new car or whatever. Just start drawing tits and dicks. I mean, whatever, man. You know, that's where the money is.
So, how do you think the pyramids got built? Inside of the pyramids, all tits and dicks.
it's just a massive store of pornography. That's why they tried so hard to seal it off. They didn't want other people to find what they did. Just out of shame.
So anyway, that's what I've got going on.
Oh yeah, we're still in intros.
No, don't worry. I'm getting ready to do the transition to Atomics. You ready? Good one. I've been waiting since Saturday. Saturday I threw a zinger at Atomikspoon. And so in order to apologize, I'm about to give him this easy serve. Some people have said that I am the best dungeon master on the internet. But those people haven't met Atomikspoon, who's a different kind of dungeon master. Let's talk to him.
Hey, I'm Atomikspoon. I like BDSM. Okay, moving on. Yeah, no, man.
Easy volley there.
Yeah, no, I don't even remember what you said. It didn't even register. But the fucking dude. So I had to go get gas today. Holy shit! Because there's fucking hurricanes bearing down in Florida now.
Of course there is. They're not, right?
Well, yeah, but it's just like
keep an eye on that fucking thing.
Where we live. So I live about 35, 40 miles southwest. I live in between Daytona and Orlando. So I'm safely inland. Like the worst we're going to get is a ton of rain, maybe whatever, but there's not really a ton of trees. Like it's not like, living or whatever. They're all small trees, not any big stuff. And people are losing their goddamn minds. I'm like, you're acting like it's fucking end of the world. Like calm down. It's like, it's just, I regret fucking, yeah. So I'm going to be here dealing with that shit. So, but I mean, even if power goes out, we got solar. We got generator in the garage. So as long as a lot of the infrastructure here is underground. So hopefully, even if power does go out, it'll be fine. So.
And
Yeah,
you got WoW Classic, so you're not even going to be phased by a hurricane.
Dude, man, I'm going to be even more pissed because it'd be like, oh, I finally got it. Like, motherfucker. I'm more worried about the internet going out, honestly, because I know I'm going to have power because we got plenty of gas in the generator and everything else. So I'm not worried about that. But the weather's just been, I was going to try and go to the range because we knew that the weather was going to get bad this weekend. I was going to try and go to the range before that, but it's just been so miserable outside that it's like 97, 98 the other day with like 98% humidity and like no wind. And I was like, oh, no. So I've just been staying here. I'm about to rearrange the room. So I've been moving some stuff out, which you can't really see in the camera, but like over here, there's a ton of shit just piled in the side of the room. But been doing a little bit of model work. I started working on T-54, which is in the garage right now, so I can't show it. But that's pretty much it, man. WoW stuff, and then WoW Classic, and then tabletop games. That's all I've been doing.
Cool. Thanks for the host from Lima Zulu Tango, another person.
LZT. What up,
LZT
boy?
is known to stream and also occasionally be a guest on tabletop streams. Is a thing that happens. With that, does anyone have anything they want to discuss before we move into the skip intro territory?
Did we all decide what was happening, what we did in the last 3 years? I guess that's just me and Drummer, right?
It's just you two.
Well, you had a whole
I was
week.
frozen as a statue.
I don't know what Drummer was
Someone
doing.
wanted to write a light novel about the interactions of Agram and Finley.
Did you see the
preparing.
comic?
Oh, I saw a comic, but someone's
That's
preparing to
fucking
write
cool.
like a multi-chapter fanfic.
Oh Lord.
I can't wait to see that. Not like a Zonalar fanfic, like a legitimate narrative.
Oh, okay. I like how
Hey,
you.
don't illegitimize Zonalar's work.
I want to see how
I'll admit-
Finley worked his way into the Golem's heart.
I have not read Zonalar's work. That cup of tea is not my cup of tea. But I'm going to bet, based on some of the lines that have been posted from it,
I
that
read
it
the
is
first
not
one.
a solid narrative, and that it is in fact all based around gay jokes.
I mean,
the first one, it was really just kind of like you can imagine as a weird scene at a platoon. There wasn't anything like super.
Okay.
All right, let's do an over under on if there's going to be a rock hard joke from the Guardian in there.
Oh, of course there is. You know it's going to happen. This is the internet.
So, our intros,
Platoon with a soundtrack made by Kenny G.
our intros are almost half of last week's intro time. So,
The other thing I'd like to maybe
Okay.
say about Daka's in between the 3 years, he has been keeping up with his patrons. So maybe this means like double life.
I remember last time you said that he hadn't been keeping up with his patron, but I'm
No, I
willing
said
to hear
he-
you out.
He said he hadn't had contact in a while. Is all he said.
Yeah,
that
he's
was
been
what I
like
was
smoking constantly though, like a chimney still. So that's like
Okay.
he's
All
still
right.
like in between.
Sure.
He hasn't like asked for help or asked for anything in a while, but
This sounds like a man who desperately wants to get any
I-
advantage he can for the upcoming telling his wife.
I have a plan. If it doesn't work, I'm fucked. But I have a plan.
All right. So
And we know how plans go here. Sometimes The most ludicrous.
No,
plan
actually,
works.
most of your plans go really well, unfortunately for me. Daka does have a wife. Her name is Maria Zilvia, even though he refers to himself as Hendrix Jimmy or whatever you're...
No, I think we established last time that like
You haven't told her. Your name is Hendrix Page.
Page.
No,
But
no.
she regularly meets with Kelly and gets the real scoop about what your real name is, all of your previous adventures.
Yeah.
So she calls herself Maria Zilvia, and everyone in town knows that your name isn't Hendrix Page, but they humor you because you're cursed.
Yes.
Keep talking. I got to finish loading this last magazine.
I think the first, like, if this was going to be like a rom-com, like the first I love you moment would be me telling her my true name kind of thing.
There's probably a good chance that also that myself and Daka would have not been affected by the curse during this time because we could probably party a bunch during the downtime.
That's true.
You know, I love how you guys are so quick to... It takes 100 gold for 1 week of party time. I was
We
like,
were
it's going to
making
take you
bank,
3
though, dude.
years of hard work to unlock these guys from the stone. And you were like, all right, it's been 3 years. We also bought half plate, a crossbow. We've been partying constantly. And I'm like, where did the money come from?
It's not actually a lot of money.
skimming off the top, man.
10,000? 10,000 is a ton
No,
of money.
no. For like the half plate, the crossbow. I mean, that's not
All
a ton of
right,
money.
But my,
Also, Flemia is on the map. It's bigger now. I figured there's some level
they're
of
still a village. They're just
yeah,
a
but
big village.
it's more of
They're not even a small town yet. Calm down.
I would have assumed that like there's some sort of local celebrity thing going on here.
Yeah, you are celebrities to the extent that
We don't pay for our own drinks.
Or half plate or partying.
we'll get to that in a second. Let me say this first. To commemorate season 2, starting with this episode, Raddosaurus has finished the updated art, including new Dragonborn Kelly. You can go on the Teespring APGamingREAL merch store and purchase shirts of your favorite character. I will be observing the sales of those shirts over the next few weeks, and we'll let the winner know who's the most popular shirt-based character. Who had the most money thrown behind them?
I'm gonna go Finley first, Kelly second, Agram third.
Historically
Daka
on this show,
I mean,
merch is
I'm gonna be
never
last.
sold.
Well, you're going to sell one because I'm buying the shirt with my motherfucker on it as soon as I get paid.
Yeah, I would say you're gonna have one at least.
But I get paid on the first, and I'm going to buy me a t-shirt.
I did this for Winner's Edge as well, and we made just enough money to pay for the license of the artwork. So if I can reach at least that level, I would be glad.
I might be able to get some people to buy some shirts.
See, I would buy it if it had like a metal design, you know, like a cool like metal band cover design on it. I'd do that. Like
There's a-
for
I'm
the
just-
show.
I'm
Kelly
calling-
is swallowing a bat.
The Who is Finley Longbottom meme is gonna win out.
Yeah.
All right. So to sum up the first season's worth of content, our 4 characters are wonderful heroes of the past. They believe that they have memories of previous lives. However, we've since learned that they are 4 godlings cursed to repeat their actions over and over again until they make a final decision: destroy the gods or destroy the one who challenges the gods. In thousands of iterations, they have failed to do so. The rest of the planes are unhooked from the temporal anomaly that these godlings have created in their looping time storm. And the rest of the planes are kind of tired of this shit. If anyone accidentally goes on this plane, they are caught in that storm if they're there when you die. And so, most of the other planers are just like, fuck the material plane. We don't need them anymore. Our friends have encountered many people and done many things and made some decisions that some might call suicidal or questionable. At other times, they pulled off amazingly intricate plans involving hanging underneath a wagon for days and then destroying an entire encampment and joining the survivors and betraying the survivors mid-fight. The shit was like 2 episodes long, and it was insane how every single roll came out.
Sneak Squad.
My God. They've also had a series of adventures with a giant elephant named Baba, who is now lost to time forever, and a giant ant baby named Gygax.
Also lost the time forever.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is make good friends with Half Elven, and maybe you can back. But
Weren't
as we now
supposed to
know,
kill
Half
him?
Elven is a rebel serving the Freehold militia against the kingdom.
Mm.
I thought
Not
we
in
were
this
charged to
time.
kill him or something.
Not in
There was a
this time.
contract.
Yeah, there is a adventuring guild contract to kill him, but you have no idea whether that's true or not in this timeline. Because you're frozen in stone this time. And you never went to the adventuring guild. So the start of this episode is an anime cutscene opening, right? It's first Kelly's face, and then the camera rotates and we see everybody else's face, like that Beatles poster, you know, each one of them echeloned behind. There's lots of Japanese singing at high speed, and then
I thought it was going to be Kelly's face, and then it turns and it's all the Kelly faces.
no, we'll get to that in a moment. It's just a bunch of Japanese, and then in English, the final lyric of the first scene is "Wake up," for no apparent reason. There's a ton of English words just interspersed throughout the song at various moments. We see Kelly leading a troop of soldiers in a battle, and then Kelly stops and like raises her sword, and a bunch of ghostly Kellys begin coming out and joining the battlefield as well. Finley is just like talking to people, and it's just scenes of him talking to people and then stabbing them in the neck and walking away.
Sounds about right.
Agrim is sitting on a throne made out of barrels. And he just like takes a little ice pick and like makes a hole in one of the barrels and then just go. Daka is in a forest and like hears something, turns his head and like raises his hand, and a bow conjures out of nowhere. He blows smoke on the bow and fires, and just like arrows, instead of one arrow, it's like dozens of arrows shaped like thorns begin firing out of it.
Accurate.
The first scene of our actual series begins with a morning knock on your door. You're staying at the Zilvea household, Goodman Finley Longbottom, and there's a knock on your door from the outside. It's cool out. The sun hasn't risen yet. There's a morning fog out your window.
Who is it?
Good master, I have come on behalf of Lord Rorik of Flemia. Please open the door. You've been requested.
You know, it's pretty rude not to introduce yourself when you knock on a stranger's door and they ask, who is it?
My name is Hamel Stavelfish. I am an expert.
All right, I can't pronounce that. Come on in.
So he opens the door. It's a guy with like a Kangol hat, a very nice, rich red cape, and fine clothing with a guitar over his back. And he pulls out a scroll and says, "You have been summoned by Lord Rorik."
How old is this message there, Hasselhoff?
You were summoned this morning.
You travel fast. What does the Lord want?
Please read the message.
Oh, God, I have to do everything. I read the message.
It's a form letter. At the very top, you can see that there are two stamp signatures. One says, "From the office of Lord Rorik of Flemia," and the other says, "From the office of Glimo of the Northwestern Tower." And
These guys are getting lazier than me. They didn't even write this letter.
"Dear," and then your name is written in, Lindley Flogbottom. "You have been summoned by me, Rorik of Flemia, in order to carry out an adventure that requires expert and clean conscience. Only someone with your value and virtue can complete this adventure. I introduce to you your aide," and then there's, you know, like a space for a name to be entered in, and Hamel Stavelfish, a expert adventurer who is here to guide you. Please proceed to Glimo's Fungeon and complete the Fungeon of the Mad Wizard Glimo at your earliest convenience. I shall reward you for your endeavors. Lord Rorik of Flemia.
Is his signature just like his name written as like him standing on top of a rock?
It's a stamp.
It's just a stamp, and there's just a rock.
Yeah, his
So,
signature looks like a man standing on a rock, but it's his name as well.
So, Hasselfish, you ever done this Fungin before?
It's Hamel Stablefish. I have, from time to time, taken adventurers to the outskirts, but I have never completed it myself, good adventurer. Here,
You're gonna love it, Hammersmith. It's amazing.
I have brought your toolkit, and he brings out like a thieves' toolkit that has wooden daggers in it. It's got like fake lockpicks and like 4 keys. Each of the keys has like a different number on it.
This is incredible. He's really upped his game there, Hammerstead.
Please, just call me Hamel.
Oh, okay.
I will be here in order to guide you, noble adventurer.
Well, you know, I've had some experience in a Fungin before.
I have heard tales of your bravery. This is why Lord Rorik has summoned you. He's completely in character, despite your provocations. This is like you going to that new Disney Star Wars resort. You're just like, memes, and they're like, come with me, Jedi.
Yeah. I hate my life. This is where failed actors go to die.
Die they do.
I at least slightly look like Ray.
Uh-huh.
It's just a version of that little girl, Ray, like using a force push and all the dark side people, but it's Finley because he's a halfling. He's just like,
If you squint, I look like an Ewok.
Please, we must go as soon as possible. The
What,
Fungin
just
must be
you and me?
cleared, or else horrible monsters could escape from the Fungin of the Mad Wizard Gleemo.
So, just you and me, Hisselpfeffer?
It's Hamel, and yes,
Hammelpfeffer?
Hamel
Okay.
Stablefish.
Sable. All right, Sablefish.
Stablefish.
Stable. Okay, buddy. The Fungin's got nothing on me. Let's go.
So he turns, and as he does, he expertly flares his cloak to also make that cloak flaring noise as well.
Ooh.
It looks super dramatic. And he says, "Follow me then, I shall take you to the entrance."
I flap my cloak as well.
Make a perform check.
Ooh.
Spootnik's like, I've literally never done this before.
How about I open up my character sheet?
Or you could check for your bonus on D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond. You might have the perfect Warlock Ranger, his weapons and supplies. But do you know if you've completed your Dark Pact with a Dragon Witch? Nope. You try to flare your cloak and there's just like a weird flapping.
Gets caught on the door handle. I'm like, God damn it.
Very, very Rorikish.
Yes. Oh, yeah, so I'm on my way.
Apparently, chat is saying you have a +9, but really you have a +2.
Yeah, I have +2.
He thinks he is a 9.
Yeah,
Right.
he thinks it looked great, but it did not. So at the entrance to the Fungin, it's near his tower on the northwest side of town, and it's recessed into the ground. And he says, "Lo, do you not see monsters moving in the shadow of the torchlight in the mists?" He
I
puts a
don't.
hand on your chest, and he's like, "We'll have to move carefully. Show me your stealthing skills."
Oh, well, that's easy.
So he's like, in
Yes,
order
it
to
is.
move quietly, you'll need to, and like he begins giving you basic stealthing instructions. He's like, you'll need to kneel down and move as slowly as possible.
I disappear from his view.
Second.
Make a stealth. You rolled a 20. He's like, I'm sorry, where did you go? Great adventurer, where are you?
I'm over here, Hasselfish.
So he makes his way over to you, and he's like, "Excellent work. You're extremely skilled for an adventurer. I could see why you were recommended by Lord Rorik.
That's right. The best in town, that's what they call me.
Let us go down into the Fungin now."
Yes, let us.
All right, so as you two are going down, he like stops you on a step and says, "Wait! Look! A trap!"
Where?
And then there's like a very obvious step that like if you step on it, it's like, you know, it's like half tilted already. He's like, if you step on
Right.
it, you could slip and fall down and hurt yourself. Can you spot the 3 other traps on the staircase?
I bet I can.
Okay, make a perception check.
No.
You got any? You point out 2 of them, and he's like, "My lord, there must be at least one more." And he says, "Do you want to go ahead, or shall I?"
I say, why don't you get it? And I pat him on the back hard enough to make him stumble forward.
I don't know if you'll be able to do that. So
Really?
when you start to pat him on the back, you pass through the illusion around this thing, and you realize that whatever this thing is much larger and heavier than what you expect. You're like, ah! Every part about whatever creature you're talking to is 100%. They are illusioning themselves to look like Hamel Stavelfish.
Heiferfish, you are built like a brick wall.
Thank you, great adventurer.
You're welcome.
Let us continue down. I'll go first.
Yes.
So he goes past the 2 super obvious traps, and then he like puts his foot down, and he's like, "Oh my! I seem to have triggered the trap." And like, so like a big wooden log appears with a pillow on the end of it, and like pummels him into the wall, and he's like, "Oh no! Oh, I'm so wounded! Oh my!" And like blood is like pouring out of his side.
Hammelfish.
Is there any way that you could stop this bleeding, or I may perish, my lord? Here, take this medicine and apply it to me using the instructions contained within.
Okay. What do the instructions say?
I mean, you know,
if I'm doing a medicine roll, he's gonna die.
It's you know, it's like fresh bandages and, you know, a bottle marked as herbal paste, stuff like that. Make a medicine check real quick.
You pick it up and you have to hold E to use it.
Oh
and then
my
it
god,
slides
how did
over.
you roll 2 1s?
Wow.
Holy shit, that's a 1 in 400 chance.
What did you do? Do you garrote him with the fucking bandages or like?
I slowly shove my knife into his eyes. Does it feel better? Are you okay?
You're
What
just
is
like
this fucking
wrapping
thing?
his torso, and as
This
you're
is
doing
working.
so, you're passing through the illusion, but he's making the illusion look like you're wrapping him, but he's like, "It's so tight, my lord, I believe you might be injuring me. Please stop. I'm feeling better already."
Stop touching me.
He looks all right with the illusion on, but you think underneath that, maybe he might be slightly more injured than he was before he came in here. Like, the pillow thing probably didn't hurt him. Your 0 medicine check probably did very much.
Yeah. I'm the most dangerous thing in this fungin.
Yes.
My lord, look! An assault of goblins! And 2 goblins with super, like, elongated, ridiculously large heads come out with wooden daggers and go,
Well, it's a small world after all, and I...
"Excellent pun, my lord! Allow me to help guide you in battle." And he begins strumming on his lute. He's just like, "Lindley, Lindley Flogbottom." You somehow feel almost as if you've been inspired to greater acts of heroism.
Oh. Well then, I swing my Frostbrand short sword at these obvious actors.
So as you pull out the Frostband short sword, he's like, "No way, my lord! You must use the daggers that were provided."
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
You like stop right before you get to the extremely frightened looking goblin. He like drops his dagger. It's like, "I surrender."
So
You go after the second one, and he's like,
21.
"Ah, ah, ah, ah!" And you like disappear and reappear behind him, and he's just like, "Ah!" You get a knife to his neck, and he's like, "I also surrender." "My lord, only one thing remains. You must open the door to Gleemo the Mad Wizard's chamber.
Ah.
As you can
I
see
guess-
here, the Thieves Guild has put scrollwork indicating the secret combination needed to open the door."
What does the scrollwork say?
The correct key has been provided. You'll need to solve this puzzle in order to prove your worth as an expert. Flurry the Elder held the Spacklezook Witty 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 Accords in 607 FF. The correct key is numbered 4 times this year's date in the human calendar.
Just kick the door in, it'd be fastened.
I take out my actual thieves kit and unlock the door.
Okay. You don't even need to make a roll. It's you just get in there, you pop it open, and Hamill's just like, "Excellent work. My lord, I can see that you've really put in the effort on this one.
Was the answer 4?
No.
See, good thing I did it my own way, huh? You see that, Hammersmith? Sometimes you just got to make your own road. You got to do your own thing.
Gleemo is seated behind a desk there. There's lots of skulls, skeletons. There's like a stuffed owlbear in here. He stands up and goes, "Mahaha! It is I, Gleemo of the Northwestern Tower. You have entered my mad wizard's domain. But if you have made it this far, surely you have defeated me, noble adventurer. I present you this Gleemo coin. Show that you are a true and worthy spirit of cunning and virtue."
I get another one?
Yes. Congratulations, Lindley Flogbottom. I've heard so much about you over the years, and I just wanted to give you an opportunity to run the fungeon, as it were.
It's a very fun dungeon. I can see why you call it that.
All of the actors are like fading into the background here. It's just like, you want to go get a beer?
7
One of
in
them's
the
like,
morning.
he actually
Yes.
hurt me, guys. He actually hurt me. It's like, I'm used to the brats by now, but that was like...
Don't let him try to put a bandage on you.
I think I got frostbite on my face.
One of them has like very hollow, sunken eyes. He's just like, I thought I was gonna die. I think I might need to get another. You know, I went to theater school for 2 years, and this is how I'm treated. That's what he's saying as he's retreating back up the staircase.
I'm gonna go home and rethink my life.
No, he's just gonna get some death sticks instead. So Gleemo's just like, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it all. I've been looking forward to meeting you for about, 3 years.
Well, I mean, I've been looking forward to meeting you for 3 years.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
You don't know. I mean, does anyone really know how it works?
Yeah?
Okay. Touche. Gleemo.
Yeah?
You got a nice fungeon here.
Thank you.
Shame
You're
if
gonna be
something
like,
were to
there it is. He's
happen
just like,
to it.
it would be a shame if something happened to it.
Have you secured the rear entrance?
Yeah.
No goblins getting through?
Oh, no, I've heard of that story. The other fungeon was located in a completely different town.
Ah.
This time, I as you may know, I hired your friends, Hendrix Page, Wink, and Kelly in order to help me design the fungeon to greater levels of fun and dungeon.
The first one was a little more fun.
Didn't you kill a bunch of things in the first one?
Well, yeah, but they not like, your actors. They were actual monsters.
I don't think I could introduce actual monsters to children.
Well, no. But, I mean, this was like one room. I came down some stairs and opened a door.
That's true, but I want to throw this at you. We're expanding all the time.
Like even right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, as soon as we're done here, we need the morning mists in order to pull off the stealth sequence. As soon as that's over with, we shut the fungeon down for the day, we start doing some more carving out, some move earth spells, and then we get back to making some Well, I guess I won't be making as many potions without your friends around, but...
Well, where are my friends?
I don't know, back at the house?
Well, why aren't they helping out?
I'm pretty sure they're sleeping, for one thing, and for the second thing, aren't you guys leaving today?
Oh, right.
Don't you have time traveling godling stuff to do?
I guess. But, just for future reference, it might not be a good idea to have a god test your dungeon for children.
No, don't worry. We've been using this fungeon for, several months now. We didn't need you to. Well, he wouldn't say months. He would say for several seasons now. We believe it's perfectly functional.
Is it a lucrative business?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
But I'd like to get back to the community and teach the kids,
That's true.
I was an orphan once too, and
Oh.
then I was adopted by the Adventuring Guild, and I learned to do things like this! And as he does it, not just doves, but pigeons and swans come out. And it's not like 4 or 5 this time. It's like dozens. The whole room is filled with birds. And then he's like, and this! And just like tarot cards everywhere. And he's like, and this. And he reaches behind your ear and pulls out a Gleamo coin. And says, this is a minted out of platinum. I want you to have it.
Ooh. Finley is quite amazed and says, boy, are you a necromancer? Because you're really raising my bone.
He's just like, if you like that, to check out this. Boom! And a rainbow between his hands. He's just like, yeah, that's real magic right there. If it can put a smile on someone's face, that is worth studying your entire life to do. That is the pursuit of a goal.
I couldn't agree more. That's a very wholesome message, Gleamo.
Thank you.
I know I liked you for a reason.
Well, I just have one concern.
What's that?
I would really appreciate it if you and your friends didn't die.
What do you mean?
Well, time resets every time you die, correct? I mean, that's how it was explained to me.
Yeah, more or less.
So I feel like I've put in a lot of hard work over the last 3. And more importantly, I remember my life the way it is, but depending on how you all affect it, both my life previously and the current iteration of time could change. Wouldn't that invalidate all of the hard work that I've just done?
No, not at all. In fact, the way you could look at it is...
That was a rhetorical question. I thought the answer would be yes, but okay. I'm willing to hear your side of this.
No, that's fine. I'll take my platinum coin and be gone.
No, I want to hear your side of this.
Die.
I'm just asking you to take good care of your lives.
Of course, we've never died on purpose.
That's almost completely correct. There was that time where Finley jumped into a random hole
Well,
and dropped to death.
I didn't think that I was actually gonna. Okay. There was nothing else I could do. You're bringing up all these awful memories, Arthur.
No.
I mean, you were going to die either way. You just happened to choose a quicker route.
Out.
Although you did miss some good times with the. I mean, we had myself and Kelly had a great time with the dragon. I mean, I know what you're talking about.
True.
Meanwhile, is there anything? I don't know, Daka. It's mid-morning, like 3 or 4 a.m. Did you want to try contacting your good friend, the unnamed mask?
Hell yeah.
All right, so you're in a purple haze. I don't know. What's some other types of weed that I could mention? Probably something with a California Gold. Is that a brand of weed?
Probably.
It's a sticky, icky situation.
Oh my God. Daka is always in a sticky, icky situation.
That's what got me into this situation. Having a kid.
Yeah. You find yourself in the middle of your house, sitting at a table. You're surrounded by purple smoke. You can't see outside. Like, there's just fog that is purple smoke everywhere. But there's no masks. There's nothing to talk to. There's no satyrs. There's no nature here. You're alone.
I'd walk out the front door. I assume, I think we established last time that I'm on the outskirts of Flemia.
Yeah.
So there's probably a glade somewhere that I could walk to.
You attempt to go outside your door, and when you do, it's just purple fog. You walk through the door, and as you do, you walk back into your house.
I'll go upstairs in my house. I'll start looking around my house for the clue to get me out of this loop.
You find on your wife's side of the bed a white painted mask.
I'll pick it up.
You've been avoiding me for some time, Daka Zilvia.
There was complications. Our friends were turned to stone. We had to help Get them out.
Time means little to you and nothing to me, but service is everything. And it has been some time since you have served. Instead of nature wildly flourishing, you live in a place where civilization is thriving. It is upsetting. Do you go among the populace spreading word of me? Do you go among the populace spreading fear of the Fae? Telling them to leave bread and milk out for us? Telling them to defend with iron and nails and the horseshoe? You have forgotten who I am and who you are. And now you come to me in your hour of dark bargaining, begging for help.
We're about to set out again. Now that our group is rejoined by
And
the
so
other-
you choose to speak to me when it is convenient to you.
when I can do what needs to be done, yes. I was doing what needed to be done to release my friends. And now that they're released, we can get back to business.
And yet you never asked me if I could release your friends. Surely there is some sort of accord we could have come to. I have great power that I can
Where
offer.
you can unpetrify things.
There is little that can stop me from doing whatever I want to. It is simply the matter of exchange. There are
that's good to-
prices that few are willing to pay.
Well, I assume you know why I'm here then.
Speak your desire, as it has always been for those who have made pacts with me.
As you probably know, in a past cycle, I've made a bargain.
For you, it is a past cycle. For the creature that you have bargained with, time flows linearly, for they are on a different plane than you.
Mm-hmm.
Now
And-
the hour is at hand to consummate your bargain.
At the time that I made the bargain, I was already... Was I already a warlock at that time?
No, you weren't.
No.
You were not.
But now, even though I've lapsed these last few years to help my friends, I've pledged myself and whatever I am to you as a token of retaking up the mantle. My child, they belong to you as far as I'm concerned. Within this contract, they are a new branch of the Fae in this new Flembia.
This child is neither fey nor human. It is the offspring of a god and a human.
They will learn in time. The family business will be passed on.
Have you even considered the implications of this child's birth? What if it is beset by the same curse that you have?
Then you'll have two immortal prophets.
You promise this child to me when it is already owed to one of my people.
As far as I'm concerned, the contract is between the contract of my being and you is more far reaching than the one of a past.
You suggest
distract-
that our pact together supersedes your previous arrangement.
I presume that you would want to defend.
What
Your-
damages will you offer my night hag for your supercilious conduct?
One year of service.
1 year of service? To whom? What kind of year, and where, and why, and what?
how does the contract, like out of game, how do contracts work? Can I like
I mean, do you have any idea?
there's like
How many dark contracts have you bargained with Elder Fae with?
none.
Okay,
Well, none that
this
I
is
can
a fresh
remember.
experience for you.
Past cycles, who the fuck knows?
This is a fresh experience for you, completely
But
new.
I would assume that I would trade my child's life for making the Fae Hag my patron for 1 year, like my service.
The mask is shaking in your hand with laughter. The Fae Hag. You believe that a night witch could come anywhere near the power that I give? She is not capable of acting as a patron.
Well then,
I am a being of fathomless power. She is a mere immortal creature.
would you allow your power to flow through me to be in service to pay for my child's life?
You offer a favor, then?
Yes.
You already owe me several such favors. And what you ask now is, as the humans would say, a big ask.
That's true.
If you wish, I will do this thing for you. But when the time comes, the favor will be called.
That's fair. I should mention, I don't know if you know about these crystals that manifest time itself.
I
can
know
call it-
everything.
I will call upon a member of my past cycles who is more loyal, perhaps, than I have been. This may be someone more suited to our work. It will be me at base, but much more powerful, much more able to do the things that are required. I will not stray this time.
So, the mask begins talking, and then at some point you realize that you're talking as well. And it says, I believe that we can come to an agreement. And you feel your hand coming up and ripping your face off. And when you look down, there's a white painted mask there. And it's the mask says to you, but your voice is the one speaking. For who could I trust other than myself?
Uh-oh.
That is when you wake up in a cold sweat in bed next to your wife.
I'll probably just like try to shake it off and then like big spoon because we're about to have a kid.
Yeah, I mean, you've been told that it could be less than 10 days away.
Yep.
Kelly, hey, Grim. Kelly, I
Um,
assume you have your own place now, right? Or-
I do, yeah. I was actually going to bring that up. But the walls of the house are like covered in like papers, basically. She's in the last 3 years, she's gone back to full scholar mode, I will say.
Are they connected with string or are they just papers?
They might be connected with papers. It's so basically she's spent the last 3 years like in her spare time because she wouldn't be able to do it during the actual act of making potions and stuff like that. But she has basically just been looking for rumors of actual magical artifacts and items and stuff like that. So when new people came to the town, visitors, what have you, she grilled them for information as much as she could. And that was what she was doing for the past 3 years, basically. And it's a lot of collecting information and stuff like that. So her house is she's probably not like very kempt either, I imagine. So there's a lot of
Oh, yes, the Manuela.
yeah. Yeah, okay, that's pretty fair. I would imagine something like that.
so apt. Why won't anyone be my boyfriend?
Because you're a dragon. That's why. But yeah, so and I guess we join her. I guess waking up in the morning. Yeah, that's where she's at.
Whose place did you sleep at, Agrim? At Kelly's place or at?
Well, we had initially said Daka's place because we never covered Kelly having.
That's why I'm giving you the option now.
I'll stay at Kelly's place because I think like the whole like family thing that's just kind of off-putting to Agrim for some reason. So he would have like made the like, oh, I don't want to impose. I can just go stick with Kelly and hang out, talk about armor or something, and that would have been his bullshit excuse. Because I think other than because they'd had a nice moment before they set off, and I got turned into a fucking gargoyle. So yeah, I would say still at Kelly's place, probably on the floor somewhere because he's a drunk and a dwarf.
Okay.
So you probably wake to the smell of Ellie preparing breakfast, most likely.
Yeah. Just wakes up, looks around, and it's like, where the fuck? Oh, I smell breakfast. And just immediately, takes a swig from a flask and just some of breakfast.
So they're probably the only place in the house that's clean, I would say, is probably the kitchen, most likely. Like a habit of previous Kelly more than anything. Like all the cooking utensils and plates and stuff are like immaculate, but the rest of the house is just like.
Well, yeah, it's wherever you're actually doing something is nice and organized, and then everything else is just a fucking disaster. I know, I could understand that.
Yep. So breakfast is prepared, and I start looking at this hammer that you've got, and I'm just like, I spent a long time thinking about that hammer of yours.
Yeah. And
I don't think it's a good idea that you keep something like that.
It's too late. He already bonded with it.
Yeah, but it just said that I couldn't willingly give it away. It could be taken from me. You got the fancy sword. Everybody's got fancy shit. I need a fancy weapon to attack shit.
Oh no. I think we can find that stuff. This place, it's littered with just rumors of old adventurers falling and rumors of legends passing away in mountains, and there's all of that stuff here.
Treasure in mountains, you say? You have piqued my curiosity.
But that hammer is not good.
It's dwarven metal. How could it not be good?
I believe it actually might be cursed, and we have enough of those already. Curses, I mean.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah, got you. Yeah. It's not. We don't know anybody who can look at it anyway, right?
Well, how would you feel about leaving it behind? It's just a gut feeling of mine.
You feel like that would be a terrible idea, Agrim.
I don't think I can do that. Even if I'm thinking, that seems reasonable, there's the words that come out. It's just, I don't think I could do that. Like every time I think about saying the words, that sounds like a good idea, it's just immediately overridden with, you can't, I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dave.
This is a curse that can't be swayed by a week of partying, right?
That is correct.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That week of partying is it doesn't end your curse. It just releases you from your madnesses.
Interesting.
Okay, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you, dwarf. I don't think you will be of the right mind if you carry that item with you.
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
Eat your goddamn broccoli. Don't just push it off the side of your plate.
What the fuck eats broccoli for breakfast?
There are plenty of people that eat broccoli for breakfast.
Delicious.
Okay. Not in the southeastern United States. I don't.
I mean,
Broccoli and cheese omelet.
I was gonna say
Hey.
broccoli is
Oh,
great
dude.
at sweeping through
Delicious.
your body in order to act as.
No, I like broccoli,
heavily
just not for
fibrous.
breakfast.
Some would call it a great breakfast food.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people.
You can have broccoli in the morning, broccoli in the evening, broccoli at supper time. When
Or
broccoli's on a
I'll-
bagel, you can eat broccoli anytime.
I'll counter that with you could have bratwurst in the morning, bratwurst in the afternoon, and bratwurst in the evening.
So have you know, Flemia actually has an amazing assortment of fresh farm vegetables. Agram. So
Heirloom broccoli.
Yeah.
You got. I like to imagine Kelly just gives Agram like the fucking the shrimp thing, goes over like the 30 million ways you can make fucking broccoli.
Here are the local delicacies of Freehold: wheat,
Yeah.
river fish, chestnuts, plank grilling, mushrooms, truffles, variety of herbs, tomatoes, watermelons, chickens, and ridiculously hard bread.
So when we're on the road and you're complaining about stale food once again, Agram, you'll think back to this time when you push that broccoli off the side of your plate, and you'll think, "Oh,
All right, I'll have you know,
Oh my
I
god,
don't have a
Mom
problem.
Kelly is the best Kelly.
I ain't got a problem with vegetables, right? It's just I didn't like vegetables in the morning unless they're potatoes. We grow plenty of shit in the mountain holes. The mountains got these, these giant valleys in between them, and we got like fucking hanging gardens and grows all sorts of shit. It's just not at what is it, fucking ass crack of dawn in the morning.
You've been-
Like I said, ass crack of dawn in the morning. I'll take the broccoli and just like grab it with my hand and just shove it in my mouth.
Don't talk to me till I've had my broccoli.
Thanks, Mom.
That's a good boy. Now drink this coffee.
Like I'll take the coffee and spike it and then drink it.
That little squinty eyes is like, I'll forgive you just this once because you spent the last 3 years encased in stone.
He's done this like the entire time.
He
you've known
wasn't
him, too.
encased in stone. He was
Stone. I was the stone.
Ate your broccoli. You got scurvy already.
The four of you meet up later that morning. It's perhaps time for some of you to leave your old lives behind and return to the adventuring trail. For others of you, Kelly's in a dress. Daka looks 3 years older. He's got a kid now. But shit is weird. You were just
Almost
last
a
night.
kid.
You were fighting a Medusa.
Oh,
Almost
yeah.
got a kid.
Like it's like it was yesterday that we were fighting the Medusa.
I don't know if Daka and Kelly know what to do with themselves because their 3 years of servitude is over.
Well, I mean, it's not like you specific. Like you could come back.
Yeah.
It's not like it's. Think of it more of like a campaign than like it just. We're gone forever.
No, but like
Mm.
now that you guys are free, we were making potions for 3 years straight.
Yeah, so Kelly's like kind of eager to go a little bit because she might have like exhausted the potential partners in this place. Because I don't suspect that she had very much success finding.
I mean,
And-
considering how thirsty she's
I
been so far,
disagree.
I would say that within like
I want to
the
be
first 5
100%
minutes.
clear, Kelly. This may not be a small town. It might be a large village, but there is a shrine to Heros Firebringer, Lightbringer, the god of, getting it on.
Tits in one.
If you are looking for an occasional, it's Heros Firebringer. If you're looking for an occasional partner that wanders through town looking
Alright, then.
for,
So the opposite, the opposite of
Dragonborn
that,
sex.
the opposite of that would be then there is too many suitors here, and they're all just like,
when you leave Kelly's house in the morning, Agram, there's like 4 letters outside, a single rose, and like a box of chocolates with a carton of milk.
just
Last
like
jar of
stumble over all this shit. What the fuck is this?
Turns into a really creepy version of the opening music number from Beauty and the Beast. Kelly wandering through town with all these suitors like singing.
Oh God.
A little like that. It's like, yeah, they're don't worry about that. Let's just say I'll be happy to be on the road very soon.
Yeah, no, I don't. There's a guy in the bushes over there. This is really fucking weird.
So the only other piece of stuff that I have on me, I probably have like I don't know, is there like a scholar's kit equivalent? Like it'd probably be like a,
Yeah, no, there's literally a starting kit for scholars and stuff.
I imagine it's like a book on sort of like a
It comes with a book
or something that's around her. And then she's probably got like it's probably pencils more than ink and stuff.
Yeah, there's I'll pull it up for you 1 second. Yeah,
that's probably the thing that's different. And it's like the book is not like just a book. It's like pages that she's bound into the book herself. Like she would write on, like she's probably like in the morning she was taking stuff off the walls and putting it into this book sort of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like knife, spell book, parchment, sand, ink, that sort of stuff. But whatever, it's a book, whatever that nondescript book. So.
Yeah, and it's probably like really worn leather on the outside for binding. So,
full grain, naturally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is she wearing armor at this point?
I would say yes, because she's eager to get onto the road, but it's far more feminine than you've probably seen her in before, because it's like got the metal skirt and stuff like that, and the art that was designed for the show, basically. Like,
yeah, I'm thinking more like the Divinity like armor, where it's just there's a lot more just flash to it than what you would imagine an orc wearing. It's just, does it stop things from cutting me? Yes, good enough.
Yeah, the Kelly's armor was like ramshackled. It was just like odds and ends. Like he didn't give a shit.
Like Uruk-hai armor.
This one is like ornate, and it's actually got like flowers and vines like carved into it.
Filigree and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah. Where do we meet up?
Good question. Where do you meet up?
Do you want to say town gate?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
The rest of you come from inside the town. Henley comes in from the outside of town, wearing a new platinum Gleamo coin.
Do you like it?
So you enjoyed a little present for you then?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Wasn't too scary.
No, you guys did a good job. I think the kids will love it.
Great.
How did you go with that math equation? I thought you might enjoy that one.
I'm not very good at math.
We were going to put a stack of papers in there and see.
I just opened the door.
We were going to put some stack of papers in there and see if you would adjust the whole thing to open the door. Thought that might be a little rough for kids.
Eventually you are going to have to learn arithmetic.
My teachers always said that I would never have a calculator and I would have to learn math, so I guess. But lockpicks are so easy.
True.
So if there's 7 orcs on the horizon, and Daka shoots 2 of them, and Egron shoots 3 of them, how many are left?
Enough for me to kill.
1 for each hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like an awkward reunion. The 4 of you are standing around at the gate. People are like, people are heading out to go plant for the wet season because it's that time of year. But also people are like gathering horses around because in 2 days tomorrow they'll be leaving to go head out to the battlefront.
Oh, weren't we supposed to go with him? Oh wait, no, that was what we had previously arranged. Yeah, we were going to go see The lady, right? The princess. But we did that already.
You made an arrangement with the princess that when she needs you, she'll call on you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And,
I have to tell you guys, by the
Do
way.
we still have our guild papers? I thought that's
You
something
have
we
your
kept.
Adventuring Guild cards, but you haven't gone to the Adventuring Guild since you got them, and that was in another time loop.
perhaps we should check in on the guild and see if they have any information about where we can find a crystal.
I just want to tell you guys this as not as a game master, but as a host. Comments on YouTube, comments privately, comments from the audience during the show. People are so frustrated you don't know who the fifth member is. The woman who is a member of your time looping group. I think that almost every audience member has figured it out, and they're screaming in frustration.
Here's the difference. When
Just-
we're
So
playing,
it's
we're
just like
focusing
every
on
other
shit.
show ever.
Yeah, when we're playing, we're focusing on other shit.
I
Everyone
know.
else can
I
go through
know.
a fine-tooth comb and figure it out.
I
Dear
just-
We're
audience,
dumb.
dear
I just wanna,
audience,
I'm surprised
in
the audience
5
hasn't
games a
told
week.
you. I am shocked
well,
that the
I
audience
hope they
hasn't just
don't.
been like, "Fuck you guys, it's XYZ."
Is it Lysithia or whatever her name is?
Lycidia? No, we've covered that, didn't we?
The only things we know, we have met them before, correct?
Mhm.
That doesn't narrow it down at all.
And that they, at least at one point in history, were female.
Well,
Unless
I
they,
tried to figure it out when we were talking to the time golem.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have remembered it, so it doesn't matter.
who are the
Yeah.
other women that we've met? There's the lady that we helped take the carts.
The one that couldn't see dwarves.
One that couldn't see dwarves. The priestess of this town that we're in, Rorik's wife now.
Mm.
Formerly, the artist formerly known as an innkeeper.
Mhm.
There was
There's
a
Lady.
yeah, there
the-
was the magic salesman or the magic item salesman. There's one of them was a woman,
Yeah.
not the one that we destroyed her crystal and fucked her life up.
There
Those are the
was
four- those are the
girl
four that
you
are coming to
tried
mind
get
right now.
To kill herself.
That's true. That was a while ago. I think that was the fifth member was mentioned before we got there.
Yeah.
The druid lady.
Yeah.
Was there any women we met in the eastern section of the map?
Other than like as far as named PCs, I don't think so. Not in the Sunpath Empire, no. Right? Because I'm pretty sure all the guys we actually came in direct contact with were dudes.
So is it one of those four that we mentioned? No. The fuck?
Wow.
Look, man, I play like 4 shows a week. Whatever.
It's fine.
Was it
I'm
the guard that
honestly
we met
shocked that the
going to
audience-
Freehold?
It's great that you guys haven't figured it out, that you're trying to figure it out, and it's even better that the audience hasn't intentionally spoiled you. Because
Sure.
that's shit that happens all the time.
Well, see, now I'm kind of it in a weird sort of way. It kind of amuses me that they're super because it's like a little bit of Schadenfreude. It's just kind of amusing in a way because I'm
That's also true.
I'm a sadistic fuck.
And
So
when we
I-
get it,
you know.
this is like a streamer playing a puzzle game. When they get it, they're like, "Holy shit, I'm an idiot." All
No,
4 of us will do that.
Here's what's probably
That's like me
honestly
playing Myst
this is
back
what's
in
going to
the
happen.
2000s.
We're gonna get them and be like, okay, so card nuts,
No.
right? And they were just gonna
No, we'll find out who it is, and I'll be like, who?
yeah. I can't
Star-Lord,
remember
man,
shit.
legendary outlaw.
I can't remember shit. I have the memory. My memory is terrible. So
I will
that's-
tell you guys, the scene in Endgame where they go back and Star-Lord is doing the dancing from his point of view, and we don't
Yes.
get any of the music, we just get his
Oh,
bad singing.
Yeah. It's so good.
I love the.
I love Star-Lord, man, because
I love. I like all of his outtakes from what is it, Guardians 2. He has a bunch of really good ones with the dancing. That's pretty funny.
I really liked Half-Hearted Hulk. Half-Hearted Hulk was my it's the best.
So where we headed first for?
Daka needs to do a ritual, I think, before we leave.
What kind of
I mean,
ritual
you could do that anywhere, couldn't you?
Well,
Just
I'm gonna
probably-
Well, he can't do it when we're watching.
So I think we should just go to Bondarok, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
but-
do it
but-
when he's watching. What is he, my cat?
I think if we spend one more night in town, like if that's something that happens, then we just montage our way back to Bondarok.
Sure.
It's like
Yeah, Bondarok.
it's just like asking.
Isn't your wife having a kid in like 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm assuming we have like arranged during this time, like arranging midwives and like we're town
she's got it
celebrities
covered.
pretty much,
Look.
so, yeah,
I want to be clear here.
she's not helpless.
Your wife doesn't know shit about the selling the baby part or your new contract to give the baby to the Dark Prince of the Fae.
Yeah,
All right. What she knows is that you're a time traveling adventurer. You seem to be an all right guy. You're gonna have a kid, and then you're gonna leave her life forever, and the kid is gonna stay with her.
Well,
She's got
I'll be like-
everything figured out, and goodbye to you. Get the hell out of town.
I'll be coming back. If we survive through this, it'll be one of those sad things where like I come back and my kid doesn't know who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna like ask the
She's prepared the community to raise this kid without you.
yeah, which backstory? That's what the cult was about. That's why like I don't like care or know about my parents because parents weren't a thing. It was a community raising thing.
There were plenty of societies that did that
Sad.
throughout time. So
Yeah.
Daka was about to like suggest stuff, and she's just like, "No, don't worry. The community's gonna do it. We're gonna do X, Y, and Z." And he's like, "That's how I was raised."
Yeah.
Tears streaming down his eyes.
don't do that. I know from experience.
And it's like, I hated my dad. I hated my dad. Like dad, the person who like raised me and made me be a ranger pretty much. Just gonna ask the unnamed mask for like one of those like beads or like seeds or whatever, and I'm gonna plant it in the glade. Be like, this place is gonna have a giant Ghibli tree now. Flemio, Fay something.
All right. You want to plant a Fey Grove right next to civilization. I just want to be super clear about this before I check mark yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, understood. Make an Arcana check to carry out the ritual.
I mean, do you want to put LSD in the well while we're at it? I mean, if we're gonna go on that,
Already did.
like men who
Like holding a
stare.
vial.
Oh, it's like was it men who stare at goats? They put LSD in the eggs in the water.
What was it? Arcana check?
Yeah, Arcana.
Okay.
Oof.
Look,
That's
it's
not
been
gonna
a
turn out
while.
well.
It's been a while for you. I mean, you incant the words. You take a seed and you pour Eldritch magic into it as best you can. You plant it in the ground. You're pretty sure it's going to work out. The ritual is a little shorter than normal, but you think that you just glazed over some of the, auxiliary content. Not important.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come back and everything's gonna be destroyed.
You're like, everything's fine. I did the ritual perfectly. Some of those phrases are optional.
But this is like us, whoever my kid will be, because I don't even know if you would know the sex of the child before they're born.
Nope.
Not here, probably.
Nope.
So I don't even know. Like, it's just their forest. Like,
You're going to name the forest after the kid.
no, but it's like dedicated to.
I
What he
see.
means to say is it's their problem now. You're just giving the next generation of adventurers a goal. It's like, I need to be strong enough to deal with this. So
Yeah.
that's all you're doing. You're just
Well, it's like meta. Like for Daka, it's connecting the kid to the Fae, and like making sure that they grow up. Side by
Claude
side.
Cooper out of Nicta, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't
Like-
forget it.
They kind of grow together, and then if Daka ever comes back alive, and the kid, that's how the kid is going to become part of the unnamed mass cult, or the
Hey, man,
Fae, whatever.
you got to get them young, really.
True, they already own them technically, so I'm just like trying to make it smooth.
Look, just leave a box full of the weed in the forest, and the kid is bound to find it, and that's how you get him in there. It's a gateway drug.
Yeah, it's a box of weed and some dirty mags. Have fun, kid.
Bunch of elven porn.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was gonna go to get some cigarettes and then get killed, and you guys won't remember anything.
You dead pissed off to go get some dark weed and never came back.
Yeah, but that's what's gonna happen, and we're gonna come back to Flemia at some point. And it's gonna be real bad.
So anybody got some Agent Orange? Cause damn. All right. So Bondurant it is, yeah?
Yep.
All right.
So, as you wait a day, because Daka needs to perform this ritual, when you guys leave, Lord Rurik Flemia and the Knights of Thunder are also on their way down that direction and invite you to join them.
I bled to the Fey Forest and no one's around. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Invite you to join them in their supply wagons, and they'll take you as far as Bondurant.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you get there in a day because everything is drawn by very strong workhorses. And they spend the whole day riding and singing songs about the Knights of Thunder, telling tales of previous battles. People are very warm towards Kelly and Daka because they've provided life-saving medicine for the last 3 years on a regular basis.
I've provided a stark lesson of what not to do when you become an adventurer.
I also love the idea, by the way, that Kelly was all excited to leave the next day. Then Daka was like, hang on a minute, I just got to do this thing.
I know.
And then
so
nighttime
Daka.
rolled around. I'm just like, shit. And then like next day, I'm literally traveling, like sitting on the bench in a cart, sitting between two former lovers, and I'm just like,
There's just like really awkward third wheel conversations happening, or like two conversations because they're trying not to talk to each other.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they have no problem talking to each other.
Oh, okay.
100%. Look, man, it's when you go to Flemia, it's free love down there, man.
Guess so.
Heros is not the god of jealousy. That's Welwyn. Heros is the god of beauty and truth.
yeah, but Kelly is still awkward. In this.
Kelly is not an adherent to Heros. Kelly is just enjoying fringe benefits.
Yeah, just didn't think about that she would be here for 3 whole years. So, yeah.
Look, man, at least you don't have 7 evil exes that need to be defeated. Okay, that's all I'm saying. There was a
All
flaming
right, so-
sword involved in that particular event as well, so
Yeah. I punch him. He turns into coins. We're good to go.
by evening, you find yourselves on the outskirts of Bondurant, which, again, has grown. There are huts and buildings around the edges of the city wall on the outside, places that will no longer seek the protection of the guards. The outer area seems to be filled with the kind of non-human races, half-elves, half-orcs, tieflings, the kind of people that they probably don't want to keep inside town. The guards are very professional and full. They're no longer freehold guards. These are full kingdom guards, wearing heavy armor and checking everyone and asking what they're doing. So you guys get a pass because you're coming in with soldiers. And when you're inside, they let you out and they head to the northern merchants area right by the Adventuring Guild, where they'll be staying the night before they continue to ride further north.
I love the idea that we're just like, sweet, see you later. And then we arrive at the Adventurers Guild and they're all there again. And Kelly's just like,
Sorry, they're not staying at the Adventurers Guild. They're staying in the Merchants Plaza on the north end.
It's like
oh, okay. Yeah.
Kelly's like, finally out of that awkward situation. See ya. And then you both start walking the same way.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. So yeah, let's I guess my goal here, Arthur, is to have the same conversation with Arthund again.
Okay. You enter the Adventuring Guild. There's when you enter, there's a bell this time that rings. The door hits it, and everyone turns to look at you. There are many more adventurers in here this time. Lots of people in hoods, dark armor, lots of edgelord types, criminals, edge of society level. This is not...
I walk in, bright, gleaming armor, flowery.
Exactly. This is not Nom Nom in the team. This is what you would expect of...
This is an Aragorn cosplay party.
This is like walking into a hot topic. Jesus Christ.
I mean, adventurers are traveling free blades. They go places and kill people for money. As much as the Adventuring Guild attempts to present itself as professionals, their profession is traveling places and murdering people. And that's the kind of people you encounter here. people who don't want a soldier's life, people who want to live somewhat more freely. You all get sized up pretty quickly by a lot of different people. Celestine is still the guild secretary here. She looks like she's aged very slowly. She looks almost exactly the same.
I actually just go up and say, hello, Celestine.
I'm sorry, have we met before?
A long time ago, I guess. It's
Oh.
strange you didn't remember me, though, but that's fine.
Can I see your guild identification?
Slide it over.
So do the rest of you come in and also present your identifications?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, so she says, these all look legitimate, but I'm afraid we don't have any records here of you, except for you, Mr. Linley Flogbottom. If you'll give me a minute, I'll need to go back to the back warehouse in order to get your paperwork.
Hope you're hungry, Lindley.
So she leaves and then comes back several minutes later with an
I've already
enormous
prepared
packet
the
of
gold,
papers.
By the way, I've already pre-prepared the gold. I got it in piles.
How much
So,
was
like-
it?
It wasn't a ton.
It's 400
Couple
gold
hundred.
last time.
Yeah.
So she says, the rest of you, I'm afraid that your records aren't here, but I will summon someone from the head office in Magnar in order to determine if you require any dues. So far, I will simply assume that you are in good standing. Mr. Flogbottom, you are 83 years out of date on your guild dues, which is perfectly fine. I just need you to sign here, here, and here, and you will need to back pay 415 gold pieces.
Not a problem.
All right, you sign. Kelly, you have 415 gold pieces to pay with?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Did we get any pocket money from this endeavor that we sat through,
No.
or what's the deal there?
I
No,
believe you spent that pocket money on half plate and a crossbow.
that's fair. Actually, yeah. I did forget that we got that stuff.
You have 1 year in order to make this payment, or your membership will be revoked, Mr. Flockbottom. But congratulations on your survival, and welcome back.
Oh, thanks.
Here is the
I
key
bel-
to back warehouse J25. In there, you will find all of the news updates from the last 83 years and all of the outstanding contracts that have been offered to you. So she hands you over like a little key. She gestures towards the back door.
Is Arthund around?
The Guildmaster. Yes, he's upstairs. Is there something you need to speak to him about?
Just say, I say the code word because I'm not going to be able to pronounce
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum. Yeah, I say that. So just tell him that.
When you say chrysanthemum, several people in the bar go like, and like turn to look at you. You've attracted undue attention.
I turn around, lean on the bar, wave to them.
What the fuck are you looking at?
No subtlety at all. She, however, doesn't understand what's going on and simply says, I will deliver the message to him, but I don't expect that he's in a meeting right now. She heads upstairs using her adventuring card to, swipe up, and then comes back down about 2 minutes later and says, the Guildmaster will see you immediately.
Thank you. So as we're heading up, I sort of like lean into everyone. I was like, we going with the same story?
Oh,
Oh, you mean
whatever that cult was, or whatever that group was.
Yeah, the consortium.
I don't know.
Sound Collective. Is that what it was?
I think it was the consortium, yeah.
Sound Water Consortium. Okay.
You arrive upstairs. Arthund looks old. His hair has turned gray. He's got an eye patch over his left eye. Instead of kicking his boots back on the seat, on putting them on the table, instead he's trying to sit as straight back as possible.
Anthony
Looks like
Hopkins?
no.
I was going to say Robert De Niro.
And he says, I am Arthund, the Guildmaster. Please come in, sit. What can I do for the Soundwater Consortium?
So I'll pull out a already drawn version of the crystals. And it's like, we're seeking information about these objects.
I've seen such a thing before. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Black's house. Yeah.
Yes, you use the name casually, but in the antechamber of Stalvin Black's castle, I've seen such a thing.
Have you seen any others? We have
I didn't
heard
know that
rumor
there
that they-
were others. Is
If
that
I
why
have
you've...
like, I still have like my pipe, my bone pipe that's been with me all this
Yeah.
time. I assume it's got like ashy stuff on it, so I'm just gonna like draw question marks over the caldera and the southeast elven ruins. Be like, these two places we've heard rumors. There might be more, but as you can see, there are only 4 of us.
The Adventuring Guild has wide contacts, as you might know. I will reach out to discreetly inquire about this.
Very good.
Very good.
Keep in
How
mind,
long
there
do you think that
are
will
only
take?
rumors. Yes.
It's unclear. You know the way information works. Could be a few hours, could be a few days, could be a few years. I assume
Okay.
you'll want to put this on the accounts.
Just nod solemnly.
Let me double check real quick about your paladin oath. I just want to make sure you're not violating anything.
If it's always tell the truth, we're so fucked.
I don't think it's always tell the truth.
So you're a green knight, right? You're
Ancient.
ancient. Yes, you're the green knights. Your tenants are blah 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 blah.
It's always spread goodwill as far as
Yeah, I
can
think you're good so far.
Mhm. Always be happy. Don't try and bring people down, and essentially just be bubbly and see the lighter side of life. Essentially,
Always look on the bright side of life.
They're nice.
Yep.
Sort of-
Yeah, you are not in danger of violating any of your oaths currently. Yeah, you sign off on having the Soundwater Consortium pay for your information gathering needs.
Also, we checked another box off the D&D session. Monty Python reference.
We did that far earlier, though, I believe.
Not this episode, I don't think.
Okay.
For those playing the D&D bingo at home,
Yeah, there should be.
It's been a
big-
it's been
Oh,
a
there's-
really
There is
I
D&D
used to do
bingo.
bingos for my shows. I would write down things that the cast would do or say, or their characters would do or say, and then people would try to bingo it up. We used to do giveaways on BattleTech for that
That's a
shit.
good idea.
I remember
Yeah, it was really good. Now that it's been 11 months, I might do it for this show. Spootnik takes a huge vape smoke.
That's right.
That's going to be the center square, the free square.
Free square.
Atomic takes a swig of whiskey straight from the fucking bottle.
one of the corners is no one fucks the dwarf.
That one should be in the free square.
That's
I'll
the
tell you
free,
what.
that's the free one, yeah.
I don't think that's true anymore. I mean, you lived in Flemia for... Oh, that's right. You were a stone the whole time.
Yeah,
They might have used his stone mold for stuff.
No,
And
don't, Dave. Wow, you made that really weird.
It was we set him up as a statue for some kind of school or something.
Yeah, I was in front of a school. It was a gate guard. The world's most pissed off looking gate guard.
All right, so now the 4 of you are in his office, and he's just shuffling papers, trying to stay as straight backed as possible. Is there anything else?
Last time we were here, the mood downstairs was a little happier, less
Lively.
How long has it
Yeah.
been since you ventured to this guild?
3 years ago.
Well, I guess you haven't been to Bondarok for a while, but this whole area of Freehold has been... There's trouble. Freehold militia has been getting stronger. They don't want to send soldiers to deal with it, and they've been hiring any bounty killers that they can find. Still trying to get that half-elven character. Freehold militias, recruiting from goblins, kobolds, gnolls, bugbears, any sort
What
of
color
trash.
molds?
Black, green.
Interesting.
It's not surprising. The black and green worms live on this island
Is that worms with an Y or an O?
with a U.
Mm,
The great worms. The
Wow.
dragons?
And have they been known to take young maidens? Are they still doing that?
You're talking about the kobolds.
Yes.
I don't know that they take young maidens in particular. I know that they march alongside freehold militia forces as like scouts slinging stones at people. They must be being offered something very tempting, like food, or maybe tribute for their dragon friends.
I'd be interested in taking a quest along those lines if you have anything that needs doing while we wait for this information to arrive.
Which side of the war are you looking to support?
Well, obviously, the side that we're on now.
He's just like, this is the Adventuring Guild, kid. I got contracts for both sides.
I sort of turn to the group and I just sort of look at them and say, well, do we have a decision?
We ain't in Dwarven lands. I really don't give a fuck.
I mean, he slides over 2 contracts across the table. One is kill half-elven, and the other is from half-elven, asking for expert adventurers to come train his militia and lead squads.
Yes, I would like to be a military advisor. This has never gone wrong before in the history of the Oh, wait a minute.
You've already done the military advisor thing twice on this show, and in the same
Making
desert.
a Vietnam joke, AP.
I know, you've done it twice in the middle of it, the same desert, and it went badly both times.
I mean, we got to ride a dragon. That was pretty cool. Remind me, I'm out of character. What did we? Our last engagement with the half elven. What was it? We tried to kill his ass, right?
No. We just talked to him.
You've never tried to kill
Okay.
half-elven.
Okay, I might have to
Previously, you've always cleared out the mine for him, and he's
okay.
You met
okay,
him
I got you.
in-
Got you. Different.
met him in the new season 2 timeline once, and
He
he
was
was just like, "You should
recruiting
join the
'cause-
militia." And you guys were like, "We'll think about it." And he was like, "If you need anything, talk to my foxes."
Okay.
Are we able to have a copy of these for the time being and then make a decision?
They're on the boards downstairs. When you're ready,
Thank
just
you.
take over to Celestine.
Thank you. And I guess we'll leave, yeah? Did
Yeah.
he give us a way to contact these foxes?
So as you come down the stairs from the Guildmaster's office, a pretty large half-orc dude like puts his hand on your chest, Kelly, and is just like, "Hold on, where are you going?"
You know, most people have to buy me dinner to get to that access.
Yeah, very funny. Are you looking for dinner? No,
Put
wait.
my hand on my hip, and I'm just like, maybe. I don't know.
I want to know. You just walk in here in your fancy armor, go up and meet the Guildmaster immediately without an appointment. Who do you think you are?
I thought that was pretty obvious. My name is Kelly. Pleasure to meet you. And
What's
you
your-
are?
What's your business here?
Oh, that's rude. You didn't tell me your name.
Our business is our business. Get the fuck out of the way.
My name is the Thresher of Bones.
I don't give a fuck what your name is. Get the hell out of my way.
Do you push him out of the way in the process? You just
push
dwarven
past him.
stumble
Push
past
his
him?
legs open and walk through.
Because I mean, I'm like, if I'm still like, you know,
You're still mad that you were frozen by a Medusa like not 2 days
Like,
ago.
I want to be super clear here. When you push past him, he is inches away from like picking something up and throwing it at you and starting a fight. And like several people nearby are just like, "Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't start
a fight on no business on continental grounds.
Someone comes in, is like holding him back, and he's like, "Hold me back, bro! Hold me back! I'm gonna kill that little dwarf bastard."
What business is it of yours to know what business of ours that we have? with the guildmaster.
I'm a very important person around here.
What's your rank?
I'm the top adventurer. C rank.
I just put the card in front of him. It's like, B stands for bitch, by the way.
You guys are D ranks. You know that, right?
Oh, I thought we were B. Sorry.
No, you're D.
English is hard.
he's just completely flat. Look, he stopped struggling, and his comrade's arm is like, that's a D. You realize D is lower than C, right? Yeah, I'm pretty tough, and I'm very important, and everyone here answers to me.
So
Some people are like, yeah, and other people are just like, I'm gonna just keep eating my spaghetti. Okay. It had nothing to do with what's happening.
What do you want from us?
I want to
Thrasher?
know what your business is here. I don't like it when unaffiliated adventurers roll into my town and start taking my contracts, so I want to know what you're here to do.
Kill half Elvin, or you if you get in our way.
So, yeah, he takes a step back and he's just like, fine, that's all I wanted to know. Welcome to the team.
To work?
No.
Fuck!
Wow, intimidation shit. Yeah. So, you try to intimidate him. He says the same thing, but he is not intimidated by you at all. He just goes, sits down, has a drink, and is trying not to laugh at you, Daka.
I thought I had proficiency in intimidation.
You're
Damn
like, yeah, that's right, bitch. Sit down.
So I'm gonna, on a piece of paper, I will write down where we're staying, and I will give it to him on the way out.
Where are you staying?
I assume at this last place we stayed.
the place with the lady that was formerly blind to dwarves.
Yeah, that one.
At the Crystal Dagger.
Yeah, Crystal
Okay.
Dagger.
Yeah, all right. He's just like, oh, okay, all right, you were serious. Well, he downs his drink and he's just like, I'll go with you.
Oh, come on, we just came off the road. Give us a couple of hours.
All right. Suppose I could do a few more push-ups in the back. Come on, boys. It's time to jog. And like 4 people get up from his table and like 6 other people join, and they're all just like, hoo, ha, as they all like, oh, they do the jogging out the door stuff, but completely exaggerated motions.
I fucking hate jocks.
Is this guy's real name Chad? By any...
His name is the Thresher of Bones.
Chad.
Yeah, it's probably
The
it's
Thresher of Bones.
definitely a Chad.
It's actually Chadwick. That's what Thresher of Bones. That's the Orcish word for Thresher of Bones, sir. Chadwick.
Oh man.
So I think we should probably make more friends in this town than we kill. I just want to.
That would be a first.
We could either make friends with the biggest bully in school or kill him and become
The bully?
leaders. Yeah.
Wow, holy shit. Duncan. I feel like with that moment, maybe it's time to take our break for the boy.
Daka hasn't killed anything in 3 years, all right?
The only thing he's been killing is those sick beats that he's been writing on Bandcamp.
The one board in town. People can just like stick a coin in there and then like
That's roleplay.bandcamp.com, right? That's the name of the board in town where you write down all of your sick lyrics and assemble your new grooves.
yeah, and then I hired a columnist to do this one time column.
Okay. We'll be back in about 8 minutes for the second half. Stick around.
Hell yeah.